Hey guys, let's be honest. Buying a home should be a very exciting time for people. But hey, there are a lot of things that can go wrong along the way that can cause you quite a bit of stress. In today's video, I'm not going to share with you a bunch of mumbo jumbo, things like make sure you don't buy a Ferrari before your loan closes, or make sure you get a pre-approved before you go buy a home. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what I consider to be the top 10 things that you need to know to buy a home right here in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Some are serious and some are kind of funny. But hey, sit back, relax, because we're about to get started right now. Hi guys, Mike Sanders here with RE/MAX United in Raleigh, your native Raleigh realtor. Okay guys, if you're considering buying a home in Raleigh or Wake Forest, North Carolina, definitely reach out. I help tons of people relocate here and I'd love to help you guys. Just reach out at the contact information below. If you've got any questions about the area or whatever you do, pick up the phone and give me a call. Okay guys, so pretty obvious here, before you waste your time dreaming of a new home, one of the 10 things that you're gonna wanna do before buying a home is to make sure that your finances are in order. Yeah, I know I probably sound a little bit like Captain Obvious here, but hey, I've dealt with buyers before who were shocked to learn that the perfect credit score that they told me about on the phone during our initial phone conversation wasn't exactly so perfect when they got their credit check. Hey, if you're unsure about your credit or have any questions about the pre-approval process, then definitely give me a call. I have several top-notch lenders on my team that would love to reach out and help you guys. By the way guys, I'm gonna save you a potential ton of headache and heartache here. No matter where you're considering buying a home, do yourself a favor. Make sure you're working with a local lender who knows the local market. I've seen way too many times where someone gets a pre-approval from one of the national lenders, one of the ones you might have seen on TV, and then later on they find out that they're just a number and the lender's knowledge of the local market is either very little or even non-existent. By getting a local lender, you can help protect yourself from delays or even worse, losing your dream home, because deep into the process, your lender surprises you with unforeseen issues, some of which they can cause you to lose out on your dream home that you worked so hard to find. The second thing that you're going to want to know before buying a home in Wake Forest is to work with a real estate agent who has intimate knowledge of the local market. Whether it's me or somebody else, make sure they're a good fit for your needs and who has a grasp of what's going on in the Wake Forest real estate market. Okay guys, number 3 on my list of the top things to know before moving to Wake Forest is making sure that you know a little something about the different areas of the Triangle. If you're someone who needs to be within walking distance of a grocery store or dining or shopping, then you're probably not going to want to move someplace like, say, Franklinton or Youngsville, or really even most of the areas within the Falls Lake watershed, because you're simply not going to find a lot of commercial or retail action in these areas. Conversely, if you're someone who likes your space, someone who really doesn't want to walk outside and see your next door neighbor, then you're not going to want to be in a neighborhood like, say, most of the neighborhoods within Wakefield Plantation or Heritage Wake Forest. If you're considering the Wake Forest area for a new home, I'd recommend scheduling at least 2 to 3 days to come drive the area and see what it's like. I have buyers who call me prior to visiting. I work with them prior to their arrival here and we narrow down their options. When they do get here, I meet with them, we get in my car, we travel around, we check out the different neighborhoods, the different areas around town, just to get a feel for what's going on, what it's like, and go from there. Here's the thing guys, there are 11 different municipalities that surround the Raleigh area. Most of these are going to be what you consider bedroom communities of Raleigh. While each town is pretty quaint, I can tell you from first-hand knowledge that there are quite a few differences between Wake Forest and Roseville, even though both towns border one another. Even just north of Wake Forest in Youngsville, it's going to be quite a bit different than the town that's next to it, Franklinton. Although I've had buyers purchase homes here sight unseen, it really makes things a little bit less stressful if you've at least been here prior to knowing what it's all about. By the way guys, do me a huge favor. If you've ever been to the Raleigh area, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about it. All right guys, the number 4 thing on my list of things that you should know before moving to Wake Forest is that if you find yourself needing temporary housing, then you're definitely going to want to arrange an apartment or some form of short-term housing well in advance of moving here. Many of the most desirable apartment communities here have a wait list. Another thing to consider, if you're going to need short-term rental, something that's going to be say 6 months or less, then you might have a really tough time. If you find yourself needing something really short-term, you might want to consider, say, an Airbnb. I've even had clients who've owned their own recreational vehicles and they've rented a campsite short-term while awaiting the completion of their new home. There are actually some really nice apartment communities in Wake Forest. You got the Bexley at Heritage, Aston Wake Forest, and the Point at Heritage. Opening soon just down the road in Wake Forest is a Greenway Village at Heritage. Okay, along with being prepared for getting a short-term rental, you're also going to definitely want to be prepared when it comes to the subject of daycare in Wake Forest, the number 5 thing that you're going to want to know about when moving to the area. Going all the way back to the time when my girls were young, daycare in Wake Forest has always seemed to be something that has been in short supply. Over the years, many new daycare facilities have opened up shop in Wake Forest, but really, in my personal opinion, there's really not been enough to keep up with the demand. Right now, it's estimated that somewhere around 64 people a day are moving into the area. Many of these people have daycare needs. If you're going to have a daycare need, then you're going to absolutely want to check out and be proactive and schedule daycare for your kids well in advance of you coming to Wake Forest. While we're on the subject of daycare, I will say that there are some really good daycare options in the town of Wake Forest. Wake Forest has got your typical daycare centers, which do pretty much minimal watching of your kids and make sure they don't die. But then there are also some really in-depth daycare centers that really cater to early childhood education. In Wake Forest right now, there's even a center that specializes in early childhood Spanish immersion daycare, where kids can learn a second language. Okay guys, here's a little bit of an unknown secret, if you will, in the new home construction industry. Something that I've been noticing more and more since COVID-19 and all the labor issues and supply chain issues that have happened since then. And that's the subject of new builder construction mistakes. Now, I'm not talking about things like misaligned doors or missing caulk underneath a sink. What I'm talking about are things like garages being built 2 feet too short of the design plan or roofs installed incorrectly. I've seen homes where the entry doors were placed on the wrong side of sunrooms. Crazy things that you wouldn't expect in new home construction, but I've seen it happen more and more. If you're buying a new construction home, make sure that you, your realtor, or somebody you trust is visiting the construction site regularly to make sure things are in order. If you find something is off or wrong, it's usually going to be much easier if it's caught during construction than finding out later after you've closed on the home that it's been done incorrectly. Most realtors are hopefully proactive and visit the home regularly during the construction process, but many don't. Trust that your home is being built based on the design plans that you sign, but always verify during the construction process. Okay guys, this number 7 thing to know isn't really life or death, but something you'll maybe want to be prepared for when you come to Wake Forest. And it has to deal with something that most of us use right before going to sleep every night. I'm not talking about the refrigerator or your toilet, but I'm talking about your bed. So, I don't have any hard facts to back this up, nor do I personally have any real life experiences to compare this with. But I'd venture to say that the Wake Forest area probably has the most mattress stores per capita than any other city or town in the entire United States, if not the world. You literally can't drive more than 3 minutes without seeing multiple mattress stores. I dare say that there's not one shopping center in the entire town of Wake Forest that doesn't have a mattress store. When new businesses are about to open in town, the first thing in people's minds are, gee, is this going to be another mattress store? Okay, the number 8 thing that you might want to be prepared for when you come to Wake Forest is the fact that Wake Forest loves their ChickFilA. Guys, within a 7 to 8 mile radius of Wake Forest, there's literally like 4 or 5 Chick-fil-A's. Heck, Chick-fil-A in Wake Forest became so unbelievably popular that they had to open 2 Chick-fil-A's literally 10 minutes from one another. How many towns with a population of 50,000 people have 2 Chick-fil-A's within 10 minutes of one another? Chick-fil-A in Wake Forest is so crazy that during lunchtime, the Wake Forest Police Department had to assign traffic cops to direct traffic during the week. The place is so crazy popular. So if you like Chick-fil-A, guys, you're really going to love Wake Forest. There's 2 within 10 minutes of one another. You're going to be pretty close to one of them. Okay, guys, moving right along, the number 9 thing that you're going to want to know about before moving to Wake Forest is the fact that Wake Forest University is not, I repeat, is not located in the town of Wake Forest. You'd be shocked to know how many people are surprised when they find out that Wake Forest University is actually located about 2 hours west of town in the city of Winston-Salem, over in Forsyth County near the foothills of North Carolina. Yes, Wake Forest University did start in the town of Wake Forest way back in 1834 when it was known as the Wake Forest Manual Labor Institute. Who knew at one point in time that you could actually major in manual labor? Okay, so the 10th thing that you're going to want to know about Wake Forest before moving here is the fact that Wake Forest is a really desirable area in which to call home. The website niche.com gives Wake Forest an overall grade of A+. They rank the public schools an A, and housing options are a B, a good place for families. B- for crime, an A- for diversity, and a B for nightlife. Now, I'm not one of the Roxbury guys from the old SNL skit going out club hopping every night, calling myself a nightlife authority, but rating Wake Forest a B for nightlife might be somewhat of a stretch, or maybe niche.com's criteria for nightlife is a little different than mine. But if you're looking for dance clubs, nightclubs, adult entertainment, things like that, then Wake Forest is probably not going to be your cup of tea. But you will find some really cool craft beer establishments along with kid and family friendly options and some really awesome downtown businesses with lots of cool shopping and dining. You're going to definitely find it here in Wake Forest. If you'd like to know more about some of the entertainment options, then definitely check out my video on the top 5 fun places in Wake Forest. Just click the link below in the comment section. Okay, coming in at number 10 of the things you're definitely going to want to know about before moving to the town of Wake Forest is the fact that it's a really growing and vibrant community that's continuing to attract residents and businesses from all over the country. There's even a new company coming to Wake Forest that builds components for rockets and unmanned aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. There's tons of incredible new home communities under construction or being planned for the town of Wake Forest. If you dreamed of living in the Raleigh area, but maybe you found yourself priced out of Raleigh, then Wake Forest is definitely going to be a town that you're going to want to consider. It's so convenient to everything. You've got the I-540 Triangle Area Expressway just down the road. You're literally minutes from anything in the entire Triangle area. If you want to know more about everything currently under construction within the town of Wake Forest or about communities that haven't even yet broken ground yet, you're definitely on the right channel. Just hit the subscribe button below and click the bell to stay up to date on everything going on in Wake Forest. Hey guys, I've helped tons of people relocate to the Raleigh and the Triangle area. Shoot me a text, email, or give me a call. Let's chat. If I know a little bit about your home preferences, I can help you zero in on some really prime areas of Raleigh and the Triangle market to help you find the perfect home. Hey guys, if there's a video you'd like for me to shoot, make a recommendation in the comment section below. If I use your video idea, I'll give you a nice shout out. And definitely remember, whatever you do, don't make a huge mistake when deciding who to work with in the Triangle market. Get a Raleigh native who sold tons of homes. Get Mike and get moved.